Hello everybody, it's AJ, and in this one we are gonna be making our copper factory today. We are basically done kind of with the iron factory. We got the three major essentials being made, and now we're gonna be working with the copper one. And the copper one is really just two things. I just want to make it so that we're getting the wire and the cable going into the respective containers, and then trying to work our way around what we are able to do with the current copper node that we have. So this one's probably not going to be as long because it's pretty quick. It's going to be similar to how you do the screws. So let's go ahead and get this started. So my copper node is actually a normal node. So we're going to be able to do a lot here, and it's not going to require a lot of resources. So let's go ahead and first plan out what we're going to need in order to get everything done. We already have a miner there, and we already have a constructor there, but we're going to need another constructor because we have to convert the wire into cable. So let's go ahead and set up to have another constructor made. I'm going to disable what I have for the space elevator because I don't need that right now. And then we also need the foundations as well. So we're just going to do what we did earlier. We're going to do a set of 4, and it's not to be as much. So I think we're just going to start off with like 8 and then 2 ramps. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, and then we need containers. That's right. So then we go into organization, and we just need 2 storage containers, one for the wire and one for the cable. So let's go ahead and start this. Like I mentioned earlier, the copper node is a normal node, which means that it gives out a pretty decent amount, and it's not as bad as like those impure nodes that I have for the iron. What I may have to do later down the road is try to just use the map and scan for just pure iron nodes and pure copper nodes as like the beginning nodes for any manufacturing construction plants. So ultimately I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to move everything because impure nodes are just not good. They just take way more building around them to get it all work properly. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and actually get rid of these trees so I can clear this stuff. Clear all this stuff away. Make it nice and clean. Cool. I think this is actually going off. Is this on the ground? No, yeah, it's floating right here, but that's fine. It's whatever. Like I said, I'm probably don't have to move all this anyway because that's just how this game is, especially if I want to find the pure nodes. Okay, so we have the ores coming into here. And so it's going to be a smelter into a wire. I actually don't need another container. I already have one here. So what we're going to do here is have the containers. Oh, I need to build the ramp. That's right. I can't forget about the ramp. So what I need to do is actually, since I already have this basically working out, I actually don't need to make anything but a splitter. So I really just need to move this, honestly. This is going to be actually pretty easy. I thought this was going to be way longer, but it's actually going to be pretty quick. All right, we're good. All right, so we're basically rebuilding this whole thing here. We're gonna have a smelter going into the center here. Actually, let's just do this. Let's go production, smelter. We're gonna have this going like so, right here. That is too far. I don't like how sometimes they hang off the edge like that. It just looks tacky. All right, better. All right, we're gonna place the miner. We're gonna have it turn this way, like that. All right, so we have the miner, and then we have them going into here. Okay, like so. Nice, okay. And then we're gonna set this to copper, just so I don't forget about that. All right, so then we have one container over here for what would be the wire. And since I already have this is gonna be going like this. Make sure it's straight to here. Hold down control. Like so. And I'll put this like that. I sure hope I manage to have more space. I may not have done that. We'll put some ramps down. We'll do another foundation. And then... Okay, get rid of that. And then we'll put a ramp down here just so that it's connected going down. Like so. Cool. That kind of looks wonky, but it works. Alright, and then I'm actually going to disable this. Dismantle, and construction, organization, and a storage container. Just like that. Cool. And then we're going to put another one right here. But it's going to be like that, right there. Okay. So we do this into a constructor. Let's go ahead and build that. Constructor, okay. And now this constructor, though, it needs to have room to have a splitter in between, because you have to send out the wire into another constructor. So I'm going to try to make this as close as possible so that it works. Okay. Like so. And then we are going to need... The constructors are just so huge, it just... Ugh. I don't like it. I don't have enough... I went too thin. It has to be wider. Okay, so I actually have to go 3 wide. I can't do 2 wide. The nice thing about foundations, though, is that they all use the same amount of materials, no matter the depth. This may actually make it look better. Have it face this way. Yeah, that's actually better. Nice. Cool. And then this don't have to wrap all the way around, so it'll be weird and wonky. So this one has to wrap all the way around. And just keep... going. Like so. And turn it. Like that. Alright. And then this we go into there. That goes into there. And then this goes into there. Okay. I think that is basically it, really, for this. This is for those 2 things. So this is going into here. This will be making what it will be the wire. And then this will be make the cables. And then that should be it. That should be all I need. And this is all operating off of a simple, normal copper node. So we'll see how well this goes. I have to start getting power over here, though. So this is going to be quite something. We have to make another pole because I won't have enough. I also at some point need to make my essential main hub that has the space elevator as well as the hub as well as everything. And I got to make them all on platforms like this, like my main base. But I need it to be in an area where there are pure nodes that are really close by, because I feel like this area, this original area I chose, is not going to be the best moving forward, especially as I need to get higher level items. Everything should now be working up here. So I'll go ahead and put the cable here. That's being filled. Let's see how well this is going to operate. How fast is it going to split from here in order to get the cables going into the containers? That's where I gotta wait and see. It's all being operated right now. So there's the copper. Do I not have this set up? Oh my gosh. Whoops. There you go. That was a little off. I was like, why is it not going? Alright, let's see how well this goes. Alright, there's the wire. It's going pretty quick. Now it should be one that way and then one that way. Okay, cool. So every 2 that go in here, it's getting split pretty fast. And this is now working. So that should now be making the cable. Hey, we got a couple cables. Nice. Still pretty slow though. Not that efficient. I would like these to be really close to each other, but like I said, this is only a normal node and not a pure node, so the rate that this is coming out is not the best. But that's basically it, really. So this already probably has how many? Has 28. I already put some in there. 29. It's going okay. And then the wire. So we have the wire and the cable now working. And there you have it. That is how you make a generic, basic copper factory for your basic electronics, which is just wire and cable. And wire and cable, it will be what you'll need in order to make a lot of things. So there you have it. Pretty simple there. So the next thing I'm gonna be trying to work on, at least for right now, is try to see if I can find better nodes, pure nodes for everything that's being worked. But what I need to probably do is start to work on the tier 2 stuff to get that cleared. Right here. Yeah, I'm still at tier 2, so I gotta get all this stuff cleared out so I can get some faster conveyor belts and stuff like that. Part assembly, get this done. This is what's really needed in order to send stuff up to space and all that, jump pads, and then once you do all that, you get to phase 3. There's my iron factory, and then way back there is the copper factory, and then there's the cement factory. That's not really needing to be a factory because I figure cement is just cement. That's really the only thing you can do with limestone, I feel like. I don't think there's really anything else. But yeah. So really, like I said, all I really need to do is try to find better nodes and a better foundational thing to work with. Oh, it actually... Oh, it does that now. Oh, I don't have to run up to it. I can just go and find it. Oh, that is big. That's 2 normal nodes, impure nodes. Oh, so the map actually shows what you scan. Oh, that's huge. Still not pure though. It only showed normal, so I still got a ways to move around. There actually like are none near me. But yeah, there you have it. That is it for my basic copper factory. Pretty quick, like I said. And next thing to do really is try to just find nodes as well as increase my tiers up a bit. I just got to try to find a pure iron node. I think that's gonna be the next thing I try to focus on. Go out and explore a bit while everything's being made, and then eventually move and start forming like a major base. I have all that cement being made, so I can start making like a huge foundational base and see how everything is. And then once I find that area, then move everything over. So I need to find an area that has a pure copper and a pure iron node, and then build my main hub near that stuff, really. Because this iron area is not going to be sufficient moving forward, and then the copper one is okay, but I know it can be better. But yeah, thanks again for watching, everybody, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.